out of a date. You want to know why? Of course you do. Because what else do you want to hear about on a Tuesday afternoon? Happy Black History Month, by the way. So basically, we were talking about racism. Yes, he's a white man. He was telling me about how he has a bunch of black friends and they don't really bring up racism. And I was like, oh, well, it's likely that they just don't talk about it around you. They don't feel comfortable talking about it with you, or they don't want to offend you or whatever. Like, it's not that they never talk about it or think about it. And he's like, well, I highly doubt that. I think that they just don't really think about it. And I'm like, you can't speak for them. You can't speak on their experience. And I said something like, black people that try to deny racism and deny the black experience in order to appeal to white acceptance, you know, we call them coons, and that's very embarrassing. And he was like, that's racist. And I was like, that's not racist. I'm black, for one. I'm saying about other black people. And he's like, yeah, but that's pretty bad. That's pretty much like me saying that someone with mental disabilities is the R word, but he said the actual word. And I was like, that is not the same thing. And then I said something like, you know, black people can't be racist, aka reverse racism does not exist. And he tried to say, well, I'm educated, I know what racism is. And I said, I'm not about to sit here and let a white man tell me what is racist and what is not. I sure did walk my ass right up out of that restaurant, because not today, Satan.
You know, this is kind of crazy because I can actually relate to both of these people, right? Because on her end, right, she clearly doesn't think that black people can be racist. I used to be one of them guys, right? I used to believe that black people couldn't be racist either. But then when I actually reverse psychology and everything, and I'm like, oh, like, this is basically rules for thee, but not for me, right? And and then I started noticing how black people in America, right, especially the liberal black people, right, they genuinely are the most racist people on this planet. It is not even like the shit they say, the things they do, right? Literally the most racist people on the planet. And you can include white liberals in there too, but you get what I'm saying. But obviously with my ideologies now and what I believe is like the fact that people think that, you know, and there are still people out there who think that black people cannot be racist and they actually come on the internet and say that shit, it just shows you where we are in today's world, like literally a clown world. And like she said in the video, you know, black people who don't align with these ideologies, including myself, who don't align with people, you know, who have those ideologies that black people can be racist, you know, racism, they call racism for everything and they want to be a victim, we are called coons. It's almost like a status symbol nowadays. But, you know, I used to get offended at first, but now I don't. But yeah, this just shows you how stupid certain people are and, you know, how people try to, especially black people who think they can't be racist, they want to apply the rules to other people, but they practice the very racism that they complain about. Very funny.